what's up? Today I'm going to be giving a film review for Moana. Now this is an animated like Disney fantasy film about a teenager girl who sets out on an adventure to save her people and her island basically, you know. Now you have like the main star of the film is the Dwayne Johnson, and he's in the role of Maui. He plays a demigod known as Maui, where he provides the voice for the demigod known as Maui. And Maui, he can like shapeshift into all kind of like birds, like creatures and so on, you know, because he also has like this magical staff that was given to him by like God supposedly, and he can actually shapeshift with the object. So he has to help Moana on her journey to save her people. Now the adventure, the journey that they're on, they have to restore this like stone. I forgot the name of it. It's like this green stone gem. They have to return to this island that Maui had went to like in the past, and he got into this incident. You know, when he was at this island, you know, he got into this incident with this like huge I guess you could say like I don't know what it's like, some kind of like this spirit like evil looking thing that's made of like fire and stuff. And it's kind of cool too and creepy, you know, as well. But he got into like a battle with that creature, you know, and it had like when it was fighting, it did something to him. He got he got into like an accident and he fell into the ocean, so he lost like his magical staff that can shape shift him into anything, you know. Plus he lost the actual green gem too as well, you know. It fell down. So like eventually like a while later it ended up in the hands of Moana, but I'll explain that in my review for Moana. Yeah, cause now like when the film opens, it does give you like an introduction about Maui, like the one that is voiced by Dwayne Johnson. And like I said before, he shows him getting into like a battle with like this like mystical like being, like this creature thing, whatever. And they get into like a battle, and the creature like knocks him into the water, and he loses his magical staff that can shapeshift him. Plus he also loses the mystical relic that's like this like green like gem thing. Both the staff and that fall out into the water and like vanish, you know. So Maui loses it, and then it jumps to like, I guess you could say modern times, where you actually are introduced to Moana as like a little girl, you know. She's like still like a little baby being born, you know. Like, I mean not born, but like growing up, and then she's listening to these tales about Maui, you know, from her like I think it's her grandmother who's actually telling the story, you know. She's telling Moana about like the history of Maui and so on, how he lost the magical staff, the mystical relic too as well, you know. So she's telling them all that. And then actually after that, you get to see that Moana is actually the daughter of the chief of this tribe of people on this island, you know. And she's actually like the daughter of the chief of the island, of the tribe, you know. So she actually grows up, you see her growing up, you know. They have like the songs playing, and they do have some catchy songs throughout the film too as well, you know. But you get to see her grow up into like a young, like teenage girl who is Moana. And then one day she learns from her grandmother that she was actually chosen by like the sea or the ocean to actually pursue the mystical relic, you know, not the mystical relic, but like to take the relic back to the island, you know, so they can help save her people, because the island gets into like this incident where they come upon like they don't have like fish and stuff like that in the water. Like for some reason there's like a drought in fish, a blight. Suppose that's why here they call it a blight, you know. So there's no longer no fish or anything like that for her people to eat. Now they do have fruits and stuff. That's what I thought was kind of odd about, you know. They can still eat like fruits and vegetables, you know. But for some reason there's no fish. So like Mona herself decides to set sail to actually pursue this like the mystical relic. She finds the mystical relic, you know, and then she actually decides to actually set sail and take it back to where she could put it, and it supposedly will bring back like peace and like, you know, restore the islands and stuff like that, you know. And she returns like the relic to this place, you know. Now her father, of course, is against it. He's like the chief of the tribe. He's against her doing that, but she still decides to just like set sail, you know, and pursue like Maui, you know, because she needs his help to take the mystical relic back to where it was taken from, you know. So yeah, the film, I thought this was it started off real good, you know, like but like when it got kind of like halfway, like say once she meets Maui, I thought the pace of it started to kind of slow down, and I thought Dwayne Johnson was like okay in the role, you know, he's like funny and so on, you know. But I thought the pace then, once they got there, was kind of like, it started kind of like dragging and slowing down. But then it picked up again, you know, and it got entertaining again, especially at the end of the film, like the climactic battle before like Moana, Maui, and like that huge like flame like thing, like I don't know what you call it. I guess you could say like creature or something like that, you know. I thought that was a cool sequence too as well, you know. Now along the way, you know, there's like this like when Mona is out in the ocean, you know, with Maui, or when she's even alone, you know, she has like this chicken that she's carrying along for too, and I thought that was like funny, you know, it provided like funny comic relief, you know, the chicken, the chicken itself. I thought that was kind of funny, you know, but the film itself, you know, visually it's a stunning film. Like the visuals in Moana are like excellent, you know, like the water like flowing on like along like the coastline, like on the beach or the sand, stuff like that, like the trees and everything like that. Almost so like Mona's like in like caves and so on and stuff like that. You know, I thought it was just like beautiful. Like the visuals is just like it looks stunning, you know. And I thought like Mona herself, like the way they created her actual like creation, I thought she was like animated, you know. The look of the character itself, basically, I thought was like cool looking, you know. She looked awesome, you know. Like her appearance, you know, how they designed it, you know. But like the film had like some catchy songs. Like some of the songs that were in the film, I thought were kind of cool. Cause some of them still in my head right now, like I'm still like singing them, you know. So I thought some of those were good too, you know, as well. But in the end, I thought the film, you know, I'm not too big on like the actors or actresses that are in the film. The only ones I know are like Dwayne Johnson. He provided the voice of Maui, and then you have Jermaine Clement. He provides the voice of one of the characters too as well. He has the same name as me too, you know. So that's no reason why I kind of notice him, you know. But in the end, I thought this was a pretty decent Disney film, you know. And I heard it's the 56th Disney animated feature film that they ever did, you know. So in the end, I'm aiming at giving like based on like. Because I kind of want to give it a C, you know, because like, I thought the pacing of it kind of started dragging. It got kind of slow paced, you know. I wasn't really into it that much. But like the visuals alone, like how it looked, like the animation and stuff, which I'm a fan of, you know, I thought was what really saved the film itself as a whole, you know. So yeah, I want to give this film Moana. I'm giving this a B minus, and I recommend it for fans of this, you know, genre, you know, or if you just like into like anything like with like beautiful like lush oceans and like waters and like all that kind of stuff like that. I recommend, you know. So this is my review for Moana. I'm giving it a B minus. All right.